Hello everyone, welcome to this video clip which is in regard to annotation groups which have been added recently to our India workspace. So using these annotation groups, one can certainly achieve the required plan and profile drawings or whatever the frame profiles or even your plan grids. So let us quickly see what are the options available and how we can use them. Also, we'll be seeing their customizations even in a just a quick manner. So first, let me show you this sheet. So this is basically our plan profile sheet in which above is plan, below is profile, and this is your frame profile drawing sheet in which you are seeing these profile bands properly aligned with the text being aligned to your chain edges. So all things have been taken care like and tested so that each and everything goes in synchronization with your scaling part as well as your offsets as well as your radial transverse offsets and even the font sizes and their locations where do they must lie. So let us have a look in the Explorer window under Open Notes Standards. If we open our dgen file so we can see what are the annotation groups we have applied, and for that remember always take up a default view. So now let us see that again. So I'm just in the default mode, and on the left hand side I'm having my annotation groups. So under profile, if I scroll down this drawing part, so I have tried annotating this A2 frame profile color 10 meter. So basically 10 meter is your interval. At every 10-meter interval or chainage you can find these values of your frame profile bands, proposed elevation, existing elevation, as well as we have tried for 20-meter interval also. So you can change your annotation groups by de-annotating and then re-annotating your drawing sheets. So when we are in the drawing sheets, which are gray in color in drawing model, then there we can use the drawing protection tab, as well as within that we can annotate or re-annotate. So if I see in the library standards or dgen library file, so where we have actually made, so we have made in this feature annotation level element template metric.dgenlib. So within this, if I just open the drawing of my profile, because mainly we have focused more on this profile part as well as your plan even. So you can easily see earlier we were having only by default A1, but now we have added even the frame profile for A1 sheet size, as well as you can see multiple options available for your A2 as well as your A3. So BW means black and white, and color, obviously it's colorful. You will be getting those annotations in colored form. So we have even added for the sake of convenience, like for the printing issues, like so one can even print using this BW annotations if someone does not want in color. So 10 meter, 20 meter, 50 meter is the interval change. This can be even customized. You can simply right click over and select properties. And within the properties, you need to manage that. So annotation list. Click over the three dots which are in front of varies. So this is my manage annotations window, and take a fit view on the right hand side. So you can see the right hand side, it's a preview window. Whatever the change you make in the left hand side is going to be visible on the right hand side, and it's completely dynamic. You make change right over on the left side in the manage annotations window, and the same is going to be reflected. So make sure if you want to change the interval, you need to change the interval of station, proposed elevation, existing elevation, and elevation difference. So you need to first click the row and then click the row properties as location. And for that, make sure you drop down this and change the horizontal alignment value from 10 to 20, 25, whatever you want to keep as the interval. And always remember that this should be horizontal increments. This should be always selected as horizontal increments. So this will avoid your some ambiguity in your annotations when the changes or when your interval of 1 kilometer changes. After making those four changes, in station, proposed elevation, existing elevation, as well as elevation difference. Make sure you change this even. Under minor grid properties, horizontal per measure, you need to change this value even to whatever the interval which you are willing to keep. Okay, so once you change this, you can even see on the right, in the right preview window even. So under this grid annotation, you need to make a one single change. So there are two steps to change your annotation interval basically in any of them, and you can simply rename it after changing by right clicking and selecting as rename. So I'm doing this in my standards dgen library, not in my dgen file. So coming back to profile again in the drawing model, so you can see I have currently annotated at every 20-meter interval. So if I go to drawing production tab and select my model annotation, remove model annotation, and I'm just doing for this sheet. So that's why I selected no. You can even select yes in order to do it for all the sheets. So now I'm going to re-annotate it. Make sure you select model annotation, not the element annotation. So I will select this and annotate model. Then I need to give a confirmation of yes or no for all drawing models. I will select as no. And then finally it asks me to select which annotation, by which annotation group you want to proceed. So I can simply select a drop down and select my relevant or my preferred annotation group, which I have already created or which you can find in our India workspace even. So this we have done so that everyone can use it directly. So here I'm naming the super elevation aliases. So this is necessary. This is an important step. Once you do that, you are going to get superposition values. So you can see I've changed the annotation group interval from 20-meter interval to 50-meter interval. And I'm getting those same reflected in my drawing, as well as since drawing is attached or reference to your sheet model. So within the sheet model even it's dynamically changed and updated. So this is the case with all the sheets. If you select yes,